Hi, Pete Wargent here from Next Level Wealth. Now you've got the hang of these videos by now. I take an idea or a problem or a challenge from during the day and just add a few thoughts and insights. Now I caught up with a high net worth client today and a very good friend of mine, and we were talking about risk tolerance, which I think is best characterized as your willingness to stomach volatility in your portfolio. And we're particularly interested in this dynamic whereby as your net worth increases, your tolerance for risk often decreases, and that's certainly been the case for both of us, but it's not the same for everybody. So for some people, as their net worth increases, their tolerance for risk also increases, and that's fine as long as it's controlled and with a part of a portfolio. So there are three main types of risk tolerance. Number one, aggressive. So this cohort, they should be, but aren't always, sophisticated investors. So they're prepared to take on small, illiquid investments that have a high possibility of going bust or going to zero, but they should have a corresponding upside to justify the risk. Now the second type of risk tolerance, and this covers most people I guess, is the moderate risk tolerance. So for this cohort, should ideally have a 5 to 10 year time horizon for investments. They should have some level of diversification. The investments shouldn't be too risky or volatile, and they should factor in future earning capacity and future commitments and so on. And the third type of risk tolerance is conservative. So this typically covers retirees, and they like liquidity, so they can get their hands on their money quickly if they need it. They don't like volatility, and sometimes even like guaranteed returns depending on their situation. So based on that, I think three considerations for you. Number one, is your risk tolerance actually lower than you think? Because a lot of people talk a good game in the sunny summer seasons, but when the winter seasons inevitably come around, they don't enjoy the volatility quite so much. And it goes back to that old Mike Tyson quote, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Second consideration is just to think about your stage in your journey. So I know from my own experience, when I was much younger, I would have had a far more aggressive risk tolerance than I do today. But I was younger, I was more carefree, I had less to lose, and today I've got kids and dependents and a higher net worth, so less need to take on risk. But as I mentioned, that's not the same for everybody, so it's worth having a think about that. And the third consideration is just to have an awareness of personality type. So as I mentioned, some people's risk tolerance continues to increase, and some people have an ongoing need to impress others. So the type of car that they drive, or the way that they dress, or by renting helicopters, whatever it is. Now that's fine, it's just important to have an awareness of it. Now if you've watched a few of my videos, I guess it's probably self-evident I'm not really afflicted with that need, and these days much more interested in maximising time at the beach than worrying about what other people think. But that would have been different age 20 to age 40, so it is just important to have an awareness of personality type as well and how that all fits in. Now I've got some excellent questionnaires you can take if you're interested in your risk tolerance and risk appetite and finding out more about it. But I would say the quickest and simplest way to understand it is to honestly answer how you would feel if you woke up tomorrow and your portfolio dropped by 20%. Because if you can answer that question honestly, that'll probably tell you most of what you need to know. And once you've got an understanding of that, you can think about your goals, your time horizon, your risk appetite, and then your strategy will all fit together. So that's it for today. If you want to know some more, check out my website below. It's gonextlevelwealth.com.au. Cheers.